Yeah, it's your coffeeed up boy. I'm a little bit more awake now after doing my last reaction to BAND-MAID with their new song Ready to Rock. And shout out to one of my super thanks, Dave and Superfly Lee. This is a gift from Drum Roast to y'all, which is another 2 reactions. This is one of them. And I won't yap too much. I always say that, but I always end up yapping. And this is a drum cam that I missed in my first season of reacting to Japanese drummers. And this is the only other drum cam that I saw that was available as a straight up Akane focused drum cam, which was a rip from their Blu-ray or DVD. And this was from Senji's channel, I guess a fan channel. So yeah, let's check out some more of our favorite gorilla. I screened this for a couple seconds. I don't think the drumming on this was as insane as my other previous reaction, but we'll see. Like those little spurts of snare heads. Saw a drum fill there. Will she use a closed hi-hat? We'll see. All right, cheers. This is a lot groovier than her previous reaction, or my previous reaction. All right, nice bass line. Guitar solo, obligatory. BAND-MAID seems to have a formula on how they write songs. I'm starting to see the pattern now. Pretty cool. There she is. Wow, her hair is really short in this Blu-ray. cool. That was a solid playthrough of the drums. And I had to end it before the end here because, I don't know, sometimes my videos just keep auto-playing depending on my playlist. But once again, solid drumming from our gorilla. It's really nice to see this angle compared to my previous views, I guess. This is more overhead, and I can see the whole setup. And as you can probably imagine, if you're a drummer, and I think most of the audience who watches this ends up not being drummers because they all love Akane's iconic smile. But this is really old because I think this is, either this Blu-ray is old or the drum heads are old, because this is, correct me if I'm wrong, is this not the, actually, no, never mind. I kept thinking like Evans changed their logo where they don't have this circle anymore, but I could be wrong. Anyways, shout out to long usage of drum heads. And honestly, I wanted to address this one thing where I kind of like doubted this drum playthrough. I shouldn't say doubt, but I was just like really curious at how they captured the sound. And of course, this was, like what I said, a drum playthrough. So there were no mics for this. I just want to clear that up from my previous reaction. And thank you to all the fans that helped clarify this in the comment section. But this is her playing along with nearly pinpoint precision. There was a couple parts where I think I heard toms, but I didn't hear her play toms. And I think there were parts where like I heard a crash, but I didn't hear her hit a crash. But once again, those are like very minute details that only a stupid drummer like me could probably notice. Or in fact, I probably noticed it wrong too, right? But I can't remember exactly where. But for the rest of it, she was spot on. I want to say this again. I can't say this enough to any rock drummers out there, but your gorilla here, like, she pounds these drums, right? But like, she pounds them, she hits them with a lot of finesse. And as you can see on the drum heads here, there's a lot of stick markings, but you don't see any dents. And typically, if I see a head with dents on it, you are hitting much harder than you need to be for the sound to project through the drums. In my opinion, I think that's just bad technique, and she has beautiful, stellar hand technique. And a lot less stiffer than her really old videos that some people have sent. So shout out to Akane for not only extending the life of her drum heads, but also very relaxed hand technique. I've seen other rock drummers from Japan that play really powerfully, and man, some of them have really terrible hand technique. Absolutely terrible. I preach this on my channel a lot, but like, I am a fine example of that. I have terrible hand technique, and it has destroyed me now that I'm in my 30s playing all of these gigs, all right? And also, these are always the same cymbals. I'm pretty sure it's her personal collection, but I don't know if she wipes them down or her drum techs wipes them down, but they look really clean compared to how I take care of my cymbals. So shout out to Akane for keeping these cymbals really clean. And once again, because of her really awesome hand technique, you don't see a single crack on these, right? And I know people have spammed her setup in the comments many times. It might be that one drummer. I'm really sorry. I don't react to BAND-MAID enough. But it's the same cymbal lineup. I just reacted to Ready to Rock, and it's the same setup. I really appreciate Akane for keeping her setup really simple for a rock drummer. Just your 2 racks and your floor tom here, right? And this is a really cool rock setup where she moves her toms over a little bit and she puts her ride cymbal here. It's a lot more ergonomic in my opinion. And I think it allows for a better sweeping angle when you're sitting this way and you're facing the toms. Whereas if you have the toms over here, when you go up for the tom, you have to kind of like move your body in such a way. I mean, I guess it just really depends on what you're used to. But yeah, I think that about covers most of what I have to say as a drummer here. Like, and then I'll say this again too. Like, she has one of the most interesting mix of cymbals, as I've said in my first season, and now I get to see it in full clarity. This K hi-hat symbol over here that she's banging on, I typically don't see that in rock music. A custom, I usually see that in pop music. Well, actually, now I just noticed it's a projection crash, which I think someone already said in the comments. So this is more of a rock sound. And then a K hybrid, once again, trademarked by Akira Jumbo, who I've reacted to on this channel. He's like an OG jazz guy. And once again, not very... I don't think it's suited well for rock, but she picks it anyway, because I guess she has softer music too. And she typically uses it as a ride with the tip of her stick. But she also leans in to crash it as well, because rock music, right? And then this trash crash was extremely piercing, and then this China also extremely piercing. But yeah, very solid drumming. Like I said, I didn't really hear too much double pedal playing on this song because I guess it serves the song better, and maybe it also has to do with the fact that she wasn't as proficient in double pedal playing as she is now. And once again, this is a super old video. This is a year ago, but like this video, this Blu-ray rip might be even older than that. So, all right, cool. Well, that's all I had for this reaction. This is Drum Roast signing off. See you guys in my next reaction of Akane. I think it's going to be her drum solo. So I'm pretty excited for that. And coffee's working a lot better, so I might have more energy in that one. So hope you guys have a nice rest of your day. Peace.